Welcome to The Explainer. Let's dive right into a startling reality that is literally rewriting the rules of global power as we speak. We are looking at a brand new paradigm, a world where artificial intelligence is making split-second decisions directly on the battlefield.
Picture a modern combat zone for a second. Now, in the past, human commanders had to manually piece together intel, spot the threats, and direct their forces. A highly manual process that could take hours or even days. Today, it is instantaneous. Artificial intelligence is identifying targets, analyzing threats, and coordinating massive networks of drones in mere seconds. And look, this isn't some dystopian movie plot. It is heavily funded, and it's happening right now.
Section 1. The New Arms Race.
Think about it like a giant historical puzzle. The 1800s brought us the Industrial Revolution, completely upending warfare with mass-produced machines. Then, the 1900s introduced aircraft, radar, and nuclear technology. Fast forward to the 2020s, and AI is the next major historical epic. It's not just a shiny new gadget, it's a fundamental shift in how we operate. Because unlike traditional weapons that just deliver physical force, AI processes staggering amounts of information to assist with incredibly complex decisions in real time.
Section 2. Defining AI weapons. First things first, we absolutely have to debunk those Hollywood Terminator myths. The concept you really need to keep in mind here is force multiplier. Military AI isn't usually about replacing soldiers with walking robots. Instead, it acts as a force multiplier, essentially supercharging existing military systems so armed forces can operate faster and far more effectively.
So what does this actually look like on the ground? Well, we're talking about AI-assisted satellite surveillance that can scan endless stretches of imagery in a flash, picking out camouflaged vehicles that a human eye would completely miss. We're seeing semi-autonomous drones, missile defense systems that lock onto threats before a human operator even blinks, and cybersecurity software neutralizing attacks in milliseconds. Actually, while human oversight is still in the loop, the level of machine autonomy is undeniably surging.
Section 3. The multi-billion-dollar motive.
So why the massive multi-billion-dollar rush? The primary problem in modern conflict is data overload. Modern battle spaces generate just a staggering amount of information. It's like drinking from a fire hose. Human teams are naturally slower and easily overwhelmed by millions of data points. But AI offers instantaneous pattern recognition, which is essentially the ultimate solution to cutting right through the fog of war.
Break it down, and you've got four strategic pillars driving these massive investments. Speed is the obvious one, analyzing intel faster than humanly possible. Then there's precision, which drastically improves target recognition. But honestly, the biggest driver is deterrence. Countries are spending heavily simply because they cannot afford for potential rivals to gain a strategic edge. It's a classic arms race, plain and simple. And finally, cost efficiency. Yeah, development is pricey, but long-term, automation vastly streamlines logistics.
Section 4. The global competitors.
Let's zoom out to the global stage. Everyone is in the game, though their priorities definitely vary. The United States is leaning heavily into AI for logistics, cybersecurity, and decision support. Meanwhile, China has made AI a strict national priority, pouring massive investments into autonomous tech and research. Over in Europe, the focus is more on defense cooperation and cyber resilience. And the list goes on. India, Japan, South Korea, Israel, Australia, the UK, they are all rapidly ramping up their capabilities. It is a fiercely competitive arena right now.
Section 5. The ethical dilemma.
Now we hit the absolute core of the debate, and it's a heavy one. On one side, supporters make a compelling case that AI can actually save human lives. By boosting speed and precision, AI could theoretically end conflicts much faster and with fewer casualties. But on the flip side, critics are issuing urgent warnings about accountability. They argue, and rightly so, that military AI raises incredibly tough ethical questions about handing over life-and-death decisions to lines of computer code.
It really forces us to ask this incredibly tense question: how much authority should machines actually have during a conflict? I mean, if an algorithm can process data infinitely faster than a human ever could, at what point does the human commander just become a rubber stamp for a machine's decision?
And that triggers an even heavier question. Who is responsible if an AI-assisted system makes a fatal mistake? Is it the commander on the ground, the software developer sitting in a tech hub thousands of miles away, or the AI itself? This right here is exactly why experts are desperately fighting to ensure human judgment remains central, pushing for strict international standards before this tech totally outpaces our ability to control it.
Section 6. The future of security.
So where is all this heading?
the future holds some pretty staggering developments. We're looking at a near future filled with coordinated drone swarms acting as a single fluid unit, kind of like a flock of birds. Add to that vastly enhanced logistics and highly advanced defense networks where AI is literally battling AI in cyberspace. As robotics and sensors merge with this intelligence, governments face a monumental task, balancing this relentless innovation with absolute safety and international law.
At the end of the day, artificial intelligence is inevitably changing defense forever. That ship has sailed. It promises greater efficiency and unprecedented awareness. But with immense capability comes unprecedented responsibility. The biggest question going forward isn't whether AI will become more important in global security. That's a certainty. The real question, the one we all need to be thinking about is, how will humanity choose to regulate and use it? The decisions being made today are going to irreversibly shape global security for decades to come. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the systems that are shaping our world.